Maybe we should just be right there. There we go. I like that. Hello, hello, hello. I finally just caught some of the testimony from Leah, victim number 4, the long-awaited testimony. I just want to chit-chat about it, baby. That's good. I'm eating this chicken and mushroom and cheese sandwich at Starbucks. It feels like it's on a baguette. Yummy. Double shot of espresso, blonde, ristretto, of course, and a banana. Getting ready to head into work. We have a lovely forest walk with the children today. So, mm, mm. You know we love a cheese pool. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Danny. Well, good evening to you. Yeah, when I ended the live last night, I didn't want to, but it was the right thing to do because I had to get up and go to work this morning. And I'm glad I did because baby Della needed a little bit more support today than she usually does. She was having a rough hair day. It wasn't doing what she wanted it to do. So I needed to have a little more time and energy for her. But y'all, I wanted to dig in a little bit. Not long after we ended our live, Mia took the stand. Um, and I said, they said she was hyperventilating. She was emotional. Like, she's in fear of her life as far as it pertains to Sean, Diddy, Daddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, PD, Love, Combs. That the judge actually ordered that. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa said, as you come in, smash the like button, share the live, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Thank you so much. And join us on Patreon. Um, but she said she was so afraid that the judge ordered that the people who were in the courtroom and in the overflow observing the trial do not describe her person when they write about it or talk about it. Also, excuse me for chewing in your ear. Um, I say that like I'm never doing it. No sketch artists were allowed to do any sketches during her testimony. That's how crazy it was. Hi, hello. Thank you for being here. Let me see if I can say your name. I'm gonna try to read it. I don't have my glasses on. Hang Puk Haja. Hang Puk Haja. I think it might be Hang Puk Hoja. Oh, it's Haja. Hang Puk Haja. Hang Puk. Hello. Is it Hang Puk? Hang Puk. Sorry. It's hard to read Korean without glasses because the little lines, they be going one way or the other. It's hard to read. But anyway, so this woman was in fear for her life. She said once while she worked for Diddy, her and Cassie were in Turks and Caicos with him. Turks and Caicos. And he basically went off. And they found some paddle boats on the beach, and sailed out into the ocean. Then the weather started getting crazy, and they had to decide whether they were going to battle with Mother Nature or P. Diddy. They were ready to meet certain death. and they decided to go back to P. Diddy. She said this man threw spaghetti at her, called her useless. He said, Omo Han Kudo. Omo Han Kudo. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I can read it, but I have no idea what I'm reading. I should be careful then, huh? Il go to say kunja hamnida. I don't know what that means. Um, but it didn't end with Juseo, so I know you're not asking me to do nothing. Mm, I'll have to make that my lesson today to translate what you said. Um, but when I tell you this woman, she was asked, how come you never called the police? And she said, I was convinced that Diddy was bigger than the police. Now, in order for a person to feel that way, they have to have experienced or seen some things. See, I'm still in this, the government has been covering for Diddy for decades back. I'm still convinced that the government should be on trial too. hmm hmm Let me screenshot that so I can go back and try to read it later. Well, I read it, but I'm not able to understand what you said because I know what hamnida means, but that's it. But it's crazy. I was thinking about it while I was listening to it on the way to work, and like I've worked in some crazy conditions, but man, which one of them said that there were times when they had to work for 5 or 6 days and they weren't allowed to sleep? She said, I think it was Mia, said she worked so long and so many days at one point that she lost her hearing. She started having hallucinations. Her, what is it called? Equilibrium got thrown off. Thank you, Danny. Danny said like and share and subscribe. I recommend it. I second that. I haven't listened to all of Mia's testimonies, but it is chilling. I mean, just to think that a person went through this thinking this was normal. She said Diddy would make them do drugs, horse tranquilizers. And when she started doing them with him, he said, okay, now you're part of the Breakfast Club. Like, now you're part of the in crowd. Mm. Here's the other part. She said she was responsible for taking Diddy and Cassie to the hotels, setting up the rooms, and cleaning them afterwards before housekeeping got there. She had to do a sweep of the hotel rooms to make sure that nothing in those rooms could have gotten Diddy on TMZ. And she said there was blood, wet towels, urine, baby oil, of course. Mm. I can't imagine. I can't imagine working in those conditions. Just to be close to somebody, just to say I work for somebody. It's crazy. So here's my question to anybody who keeps asking, where's the RICO? Go back and read the definition of RICO. Even just read what RICO stands for, RICO. Um, and take a look at these things, understand, go back and look at Nate the Lawyer's video, breaking down the charges. Go back and look at my video that read the full indictment, and you should have no problem. Thank you, Lisa. And yes, he is just disgusting. And his mama, too. There's should have no problem seeing the RICO. See now, while the defense has been effective at confusing the jury who's not paying attention, you would have to have a hard hat on to not get it. There has not been one witness who said, no, I wasn't afraid of Diddy. No, I didn't feel like I had to do things that were illegal just to stay in the organization. No, I never saw him be violent with Cassie. hmm Although I do believe that a lot of this is the government's fault for not doing what they were supposed to do decades ago, covering up evidence, destroying evidence, not following up on things they were supposed to. I do. I am team prosecution. I am team government in this sense because there's only two sides. There's Diddy and the people, and I'm with the people. I'm with the United States. I'm with, we the people at this point. And I know who we the people is. It's not me. He should have been in jail a long time ago. I'm talking about um, after the Kid Cudi incident. There should have been an investigation after the Intercontinental beating, when they found all those drugs in his house during the raid in March last year. I mean, after the shooting in the club in New York in the 90s. Now, here's what I'm going to mention. Y'all know Jay-Z has been silent. Y'all know Kris Jenner and her boyfriend have basically moved to France. Okay? Jay-Z's been so silent that you don't see any mention of him around the Cowboy Carter tour. Now, I'll be in London next weekend, and I'll be at the Cowboy Carter tour. There may be a possibility that Jay-Z is in the concerts, in the crowd, and like nobody's taking pictures of him. But I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that he's anywhere around. He might be at the hotel waiting for his wife. He might be with Sir. He might be backstage. A lot of times that's where he is. During the Beyonce Bowl, Jay-Z was backstage, but he got caught on camera. Remember last year when Beyonce did the Renaissance tour and you always saw Jay-Z? He was like part of this PR package. You saw him in the crowd doing the electric slide. You saw him walking out into the crowd. You saw him talking to other celebrities. We've seen Tina Knowles, Solange. Where's Jay-Z? And my homegirl, she lives in Germany. She said, I told her I was taking the baby to go see Beyonce in London. And she was like, I remember when she came to, was it Germany? I think it was Germany. She said she saw her and she just seemed like she was working. She didn't seem like she was really there for the people. And I was like, she got legal bills right now. Yeah, he hiding. You know he is somewhere. He hiding somewhere. Definitely hiding somewhere. If he's smart, I know how to. I got on the elevator yesterday and there were these three older Korean men and one of them kept staring at me. So I went like this. I said, hello, 안녕하세요. I said, you're staring at me. I said, are you not used to seeing foreigners? And he laughed. You should travel more. And then I was walking down the street and I was like, we're everywhere. He started laughing. And I shook his hand. I was like, it's nice to meet you. You saw two foreigners in one day. It's a administrative capital, but people here, I guess they don't get out much. Um, Whenever people stare at me, I just say hello. But anyway, yeah, I would definitely recommend. I added to the breakdown playlist the video from that surprise witness that shares Mia's testimony through news articles and live tweets. I recommend that you check that out. Hold on, let me. I'm gonna sing y'all out real quick before I let you go. I'm getting ready to walk into work and go on a forest walk with the babies. Ooh, that espresso was good. I love Topi. So for now, I will see you guys tonight. We will go live, continuing to cover this. I will be able to drink coffee and espresso tonight, so I'll be able to hang in there with you through the entire night, even through the lunch break. Okay, I'm excited. I'm gonna call it a slumber party because it's nighttime when we do this where I am here in South Korea. It's daytime for you, so I'm gonna call it a Friday party. Okay. Yeah, last night I couldn't hang. I was tired. I think Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. Ugh, I'm 44. I'll be 45 in August. Okay. So for now, you'll be waiting for me. Thank you, Lisa, and thank you for being there. I appreciate that. I appreciate everything you do. And I hope you're enjoying this series. Supposedly, trial is supposed to wrap up by 4th of July, and then we can all get some rest. We'll probably take a week or two and breathe. Nam Yoho Renge Kyo, do some Satchitananda, some Om Namo Gurudev Namo, or whatever we do. But I'll still be here with you guys. So for now, that's all I got. Hey, God, no more. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for joining me. I holla.